Okay, so we're going to show you real quick how to string the bass, which is something eventually you're going to have to do. Your string will break, your strings will get old, you will need to put new strings on at one time or another. And if you're like me, when I first started playing the bass, I really loved to string my bass. Before I ended up being a big rock star and having people string it for me, I really enjoyed putting on a fresh set of strings, and it's a good feeling thing. And some guys they really like their strings to be very, very old. The older they get kind of a really warm, dead, thudding kind of sound, which is a beautiful sound. And when some people like them really fresh, so they're really snappy and twangy all the time. Once again, this is a matter of personal preference. I like both for different things, depending on what I'm playing. But in any case, I took off the E string so I can put it back on and show you. Here's the E string. On one end, it has this little knob, which ends up down here at the bridge, and the other end, the string just stops, and it has this red cloth stuff on it. And that ends up down here in the tuning peg. So what we do is, here's the E string missing right here. Behind here is the corresponding hole on the bass, which is right here. You take this end of the string, you stick it in the hole, just whack that baby in there, pop that baby in there, feed it through. It goes in. Then take the string out. You see it's come all the way through. Make sure it's all the way through. Then you pull it down the neck, and you see that's where it will go, right there on the neck. Then you take this end, and you insert it into this part of the tuning peg mechanism, right into this hole. You feel, okay, it's in there solid. Then you bring it out along the side. You wrap it around once clockwise. And if there's too much string, well, you have to wrap it and wrap it and wrap it around several times. That means you have too much string, and you need to cut a piece of the string off at the end, which you can do with like a hard pair of like a cutting plier type of things, or you can just bend it and keep bending it over and over again. It'll break off. But anyways, you put it on there, you wrap it around clockwise, always clockwise, and then you turn the peg counterclockwise to tighten it. So you got it in there, you tighten it, tighten it, tighten it up. And as you tighten it, then you just kind of lay the string down in the nut where it's to its corresponding place on the nut there, so it'll sit on the neck the right way. And you tighten it up until it achieves its appropriate tension, and then soon you'll be ready to rock. But once you put the string on there, you're going to have to tune it. Since you just put it on, it's not automatically in tune. You have to make it be in tune. There's different ways to tune. The easiest way in the beginning is to buy yourself a little electric tuner, even though I never had one when I was a kid. But that's the easiest way, because you just plug it into the tuner and it tells you, it tunes it for you, basically. But what I'm going to do, or you can tune it to a piano or any other instrument or a record or anything that you know has the right pitch that you want to tune to. In this particular case, I'm going to tune the E string to the A string, which has already been on there and which is in tune, because as you can hear, the A, the D, and the G, which have been on there, are in tune together. They play together in a nice tuning, but you see if I add the E, that E is a little out. The E is way low, so we're going to need to bring it up. And the way to tune to another string is if you go to the 5th fret of the string directly above it, that will be the note. You can just and you play the harmonic, and you hear that. Hear it going. Wow, 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 wow. And as soon as that till that wow, wow stops and it balances out. And when it's going wow, 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 it's because the two frequencies aren't together, so they're clashing, and they're going wow, 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 and because they're dissonant. And as I tune it up, that up and down wave thing evens out, it becomes level, and we go from dissonance to consonance, and we're in tune. So I tuned it to the E string to the other strings that were on there, which were already in tune, but you can tune to any pitch that's in tune, and you will have that same wow, 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 wow sound when you get close. And then you just tune it until the fluctuations disappear and it becomes even. And you get it in tune. But, tuning, it takes a little while to learn how to do it. It's not something you're going to do right off the bat. But you got to figure it out and you learn how to do it. A tuner is the easiest way. But to be honest, I recommend not using a tuner and learning how to do it by your ear. because even though it might be difficult at first and it will take you some time to learn how to do it, if you learn how to tune by ear, you'll always be able to tune your bass quickly. It'll make you hear music that much better, understand music that much better, and just be a much better bass player. So a tuner is easier. I recommend not using a tuner.